Talk. This the new Let's Get It Sports Talk, broadcasting live on weekends, exclusively on Facebook and the Four Walls Foundation YouTube channel. All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are the new Let's Get It Sports Talk. I'm one of the hosts, Doc Bryce. Here to my left, to your right, is another one of our hosts, Coach Fred Battie, FB. To his... next to him is Coach. Because I can't figure it out. It started getting confusing for me. Bird, you the math teacher. You can figure it out. I can't. That ain't me, son. I counsel, man. To Fred's left, to your right. Again, I guess it is the same thing, right? We got another one of our hosts, head coach Marcus Bullock, and next to him, just next to him, there it is. Listen, we have another head coach, Sechiwaya Bird, CB. All right, let's start it off, FB. How you doing, brother? What's been going on with you, man? How's your week been, bro?
Feeling good. Came out of my semi-retirement from my men's league.
Okay.
So just played this morning.
Okay, how was it?
A little sore.
All right, it happens.
I'm good. It was good. It was good to be around the guys again. It was good to get up and down and play. It's been a minute, so it was good.
That's good. All right, how'd you do?
We won.
Okay, all right. And you individually?
That's not what he had.
Yeah, exactly.
I played well, but I'm a humble.
Okay, all right, that's good. All right, that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
I had somebody trash talk me for the first time in a long time. It was good. It was good.
You
It was
felt
like
the way.
yeah, it was good.
Okay, good. All right, that's what's up. MB, what's good, brother?
All good, man. Not a whole lot going on. Not too much going on, man.
Too much going on?
Just working, grinding.
Right.
That's about it.
The week was good?
Yeah, overall, we had our field day on Friday, which is always a good thing because that means we're getting near the end of school. It was interesting. We had, obviously, it rained on Friday.
Sure.
So we were outside, then it starts pouring rain, and we go inside. It was interesting to me because, teachers are the best at, most teachers are really good at maneuvering on the fly and changing things. But for whatever reason, Friday, they just couldn't.
Couldn't figure it out.
We walked in, it's raining. Everybody's running inside. It's pouring rain. And all the teachers come in. All right, so what are we going to do? I just got inside give me 5 minutes to think. Right. But no, it was a good day. It ended up all working out well.
That's good. I think what it is, do you think did you plan for it or you thought maybe you're going to get this in without the rain?
I thought we were gonna get it in without that.
That's probably what it is, and then you see. I heard something like Dilla right now. You know what I mean? Like you're scraping and scrambling. You know what I'm saying? But you get it now. You know. But that's what it was there. When stuff like that happens, you're kind of scrambling, trying to figure out what to do. So what did y'all want to do? Just go in the gym?
We went a couple of classes, went to the gym, we did some stuff in the classroom, we had a race around the school.
That's cool.
So it was cool.
That was cool.
We figured it out.
That's cool. Y'all had Mr. Softy and all that stuff.
So.
Yeah. Did y'all have Teachers Appreciation Week recently?
We did.
How was it for y'all? What did y'all get celebrated with? Let me hear. I'm looking at Bird's face, so I'm not too sure about that. Let me hear about y'all. How did they celebrate y'all? I'm just curious.
PTA did a breakfast one day.
Okay.
And then they did a raffle. And then the PE department was feeling out of it because not one teacher in our department got picked for something.
Oh, wow.
So it's a conspiracy against
Okay.
It's all good.
Okay. All right. What was for breakfast, just real quick?
They
made it or y'all ordered out somewhere?
They brought stuff.
Oh, okay.
People brought stuff.
All right, that's what's up. All right. What about you, Coach?
Yeah, so our PTA did the PTA did something every day for the teachers.
Okay.
A breakfast one day. They did a coffee thing the next day. It was a bunch of different things like that. And then the kids made us gifts.
Okay, that's cool.
Cards that I have in my office.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
That was so fun.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Man. All right, that's what's up. Now, Bird.
It was all right.
Okay.
It It's all right. Now, I wasn't. Now, mind you, I wasn't there Thursday and Friday because that's when I left for my daughter's graduation stuff.
Right.
But when I was there, like they had one morning, they had like bagels and coffee and stuff like that. One of those days, like a theme day, like dressed like you want to go on vacation. So
Gotcha.
you come in with your slides and your shorts and stuff like that. They canceled the faculty meeting. You know what I'm saying? So it was a little something, but it's been better in the past. I'll say that.
All right. And yeah, we had breakfast one day, and then we had pizza another day, and yeah,
That was about
it was good. I mean, it got some appreciations from some students and stuff. It was good. Like I know at the middle school they be having like Mr. Soft.
Oh yeah, they go hard.
They be going out, man. You be like, well, wait. The pizza was good though. It was good pizza. The only thing about it though, I have to say this. Everybody didn't get a slice, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not sure if it wasn't enough pizza ordered or what we did was we turned the 8 into 16.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So somebody was only right. No. I don't know, but I'll just say they turned the 8 into a 16.
Okay.
And you still ran out.
You get three pots.
You really should only post. I guess they thought people were going to get just 2 because really that's the normal thing. That's the courteous amount, right? 2 slices. But 2 slices is actually equal in how many slices? 1.
I don't feel appreciated if we getting a half a slice.
But we felt appreciated. I know I did. Let me just say this. But you know, that's the only thing. Somebody came down and was like, oh man, it was like one little half a slice there. You just felt bad for them. You know what I'm saying? Because some people had like 5, you know what I'm saying? Because that would equal almost a little over 2.
What did you do?
I had 2.
2 real slices?
No, I had 1 slice. I just I had 1 slice. That's it. You know what I mean? So, but it's good though. So I'm glad y'all having a good week, man. Let's get right into this, man. It's been a great. It was a good week, decent week. The weather's kind of sucked a little bit, but when Friday came, that was a great day. It's a good day. Let's talk about the Knicks and the beatdown that they gave the Celtics. Did you expect them to win? I did. Did I expect it to be a beatdown? Absolutely not. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Celtics had to blow them out in order to win the game.
Mm-hmm.
I thought if
really?
I thought it was close.
Oh, okay.
The Knicks were going to have. I just think it's tough when you're out. And they talked about this on the broadcast. When you're missing like one of your key pieces, everything changes for everybody.
Yeah.
And I thought they made a great point. Like when you scout a team, you know the shots that guys are going to take.
Right.
You know the shots that guys, you're not allowed to take that shot.
Right.
Right. But then when somebody's missing, all that whole shot chart changes.
Yeah.
And I think that's what kind of got them in the first game that Tatum was out.
Right.
Whatever game, what was that, 5?
Yes.
Game 5.
Yes.
So I think they needed that to almost happen again. They had to blow them out in order to win it. So when I saw, I didn't even really tune in until it was like, I think the Knicks were up 33-20 when I turned it on. I was like, oh, it's over.
It's a wrap.
Because they're not going to be able to
come back like that. Yeah. Okay. See, I still was a little nervous. I don't know, because the Celtics can score in bunches, man. That's the only thing. And because of the beatdown they took the night, a couple of nights before in Boston, I was like, It wasn't until it was like maybe like 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes left. I was like, okay. Because, listen, the Knicks it could change.
Yeah,
and,
true.
And Boston's a championship team. True. FB, what's your thoughts, man?
All credit to the Knicks. I mean, they went out and built a team to compete with and beat Boston, and, they did it, right? People will say Tatum was out, but even when Tatum went down in the extra, they were up. I think Knicks were up 9.
Up 9.
Right,
10,
they were going to win that game.
They were going to win that game.
So just credit to them. I mean, I was dead wrong about this series.
I wasn't going to bring it up.
I was dead wrong about this series. But
I had some clips too. I said,
that's fine. No, it's all good. I'm able to admit when I'm wrong, but I am happy for the Knicks that they were able to win. It's going to be a tough series with the Pacers.
Oh, we definitely got to talk about that. Definitely got to talk about that. CB, what's your thoughts, man?
Yeah, I had picked New York to win. I didn't see the 30-point whatever it was they beat them by. I didn't see that
38.
coming. Yeah, 38. I didn't see see that. But I definitely had the Knicks to win the game. You know what I'm saying? I just thought that Tatum being out was just too much for them, for the Celtics to overcome. But at the same time, the Knicks was handling their business even when he was there. You know what I'm saying?
So they were still getting busy.
So they were still getting busy. So, you know, they, like Coach has said, I know we're going to talk about it. It's going to be a tough one next round. But, you know, it's always good to see. It's like certain teams, even though I'm not a Knicks fan, it's just basketball is just better when the Garden's rocking. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. See how MB felt about that statement. I study behavior.
I don't know. Like, it was interesting to me. Like we've talked about on this show so many times about how things in New York are just different, and how like we just like, you know, winning. That's just what we do. We win. Like, they didn't act like winners that series.
In what way? Talk to me.
They acted like Nick Castellanos just hit a walk-off in the playoffs.
That's my dog. And then when they say that's my dog, 'cause I know he was coming. I know it. I already know. But you're absolutely right. It was over the top.
It was too much.
It was over the top. That's why I put it in there. It was over the top.
That was pause too. That was crazy.
It was. But I'm laughing because you know what? I said the same thing. I sure did say, yo, come on, man.
Like that was like
Castellanos and what? Yo, won the World Series and whatever. And
that was a championship.
You're absolutely right.
Celebration.
Absolutely. I felt the way about it. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, wait a minute, we just got to the.
Was that the fans or the players that?
That's the fans.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at the fans. Y'all haven't won shit since forever.
Okay.
They still haven't won nothing. I mean, I know they haven't won nothing, but I'm just saying.
No,
they haven't reached this point in forever. I'm not mad at them for.
I'm mad about sharing a little bit. I do because you haven't won nothing yet.
I mean,
all you did was just got invited to the party.
They haven't had invites.
No, but that can't be your bar.
But that's the fans. As long as Brunson wasn't running around jumping on tables, acting like he just won
that's
the
true.
Right.
Okay.
I ain't seen none of that. They was all
okay.
Just, I'm gonna be happy they won, but I didn't see the players taking it over the top.
Well, the fans and the players, they're different, yes, but they should be connected a little bit, right? I think. And I just felt like, you know, as a New Yorker, like, you should know better than to really like go all celebratory like that. Like that was, you climbing poles, you doing this and that. Like, come on, like that would, to me, I could see it after the Super Bowl, right? Or even the right to go to the Super Bowl, then we might, you know what I'm saying? If they had won the right to go to the NBA Finals, yes, let's go all out. But now, it's almost like you kind of celebrated like you knew you were going to the finals. It can come across a little arrogant in some ways. The Pacers could feel a way about it.
I don't see it that way.
I don't see it that way. Just because it's so like the way the Knicks handled it, the players, the team, and the way the fans handled it are so different.
Well, forget the players, forget the team, forget. How do you celebrate now when they beat the Pacers? If they beat the Pacers,
they go crazy again.
So it's just every time we win a playoff series.
No. But listen, it's not. If this was the Yankees, if this was the Giants, like, I'm 35. The Knicks have never been this good since I've been alive. Like they went in '99. I was 9 years old. I don't remember that, but I'm saying they haven't been good since. Yeah. So it's a lot of people who love basketball in New York who hasn't seen their team. And then I think it definitely added that they beat the Celtics.
The Boston, right?
So that I can see that. I can see that.
And it was the way. And it was a Friday night.
And the way they beat them.
It was a Friday night in New York. It was the way they beat them. They blew them out. Mm-hmm. We're going to the
Friday night
good
matters.
again.
The Friday night matters.
And this was like for them a series like, all right, we're over the hump. We're one of those teams now in the NBA.
Okay.
So I can see it.
This New York fan base, the Knicks fan base, current Knicks fan base, and I saw it firsthand last season, is not a true New York fan base.
I may have to agree.
It's not. It's they're frauds to me. Like, they're not, like, it's not genuine. It's new. It's not like
the young boys. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's not boys. Like it's like
people my age.
No. You're not even young boy. You know what I'm saying? No. No, it's low. It's like 20. Right.
But it's not. It's just the
Never
way.
seen it.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
it's just the way that they're acting about it. It's like, I don't know. It's just I don't know.
I don't know if this is years prior. Do we react like that when I was a young boy like that? No. Like we be happy, we be jovial a little bit. We probably go out a little bit, whatever. But not like that. Like that was like they took over. Like we actually was putting up a banner. It was almost like it was like parade day.
It was a parade.
That's what it's like. But come on, we didn't do anything. So I admit I didn't like that. I didn't like that. And what it does is, you know, it's like it's almost like, you know, you don't know how to handle success. You get a little something for the first time, and now you all that now.
And I don't think it has
Now you
anything
done
to do.
changed it.
I don't think it has anything to do with the team
You know what I mean?
itself. Like I don't think it's going to affect anything. with the
Yeah,
team.
I don't-
No,
I
I
don't-
don't. Yeah, okay,
At
I
all.
agree with
I'm
that.
talking about
I agree with that.
I'm talking about the fan. I just think it's not.
I didn't like
know.
it. I didn't like
I
it.
think with that, I think honestly, like social media also plays a part into this.
That's true.
So everybody's trying to go crazy so we can go viral and do all this stuff. I think all that plays a part into the way people acted on Friday.
I agree.
Why I think it's fake.
Yeah, I agree because you know what? I never knew.
Yeah, I see your point. Then.
I never knew the New York fan base to be. I'll be honest with you. I thought the Knicks fans, especially last, and I'm a Knicks fan, but it's number 2. You know what I'm saying?
Took some slides off to that.
Damn right. Yo, but the thing is I just don't understand how you can like celebrate and be like ignorant. Like the Knicks fans were never ignorant. They're coming across ignorant a little bit now, like burning jackets.
New York fans.
New York fans burning. No, I never known a New York fan to be like. I've always known, no disrespect. I've known the Philly fan to be like that. I've never known
Philly and Boston.
Philly and Boston. I've never met
Right,
the New
right.
York one. You know what I'm saying? New York be like, all right, because it's like no disrespect, but it's like business as usual. Like. You know, Yankees win a chip. Yo, should we go on parade? Nah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, they're supposed to win. They better win. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, to them act like this, I don't know. I didn't like it. But I do agree with the Friday night, though, because if this was a Wednesday night, I don't know if they get that celebratoriness. Because I'm about to curse. So, because people got to go to work.
Go to work, right?
It's May. The weather's
It's
nice.
May. Right. So I don't know. I did feel away.
Right in the middle of everything.
Yeah, it was good. Here's what I'm happy that they won and they won at the Garden. Did you guys think before the game, were you nervous about New York winning, or you were confident that they were going to win, or did you think the Celtics were going to win?
I didn't really care.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wasn't nervous.
I wasn't nervous.
So you watched it and like
I mean,
it didn't really matter.
I had my fan.
What about you?
Yeah,
It didn't really matter.
I
to you.
wanted them to win,
Okay.
but I wasn't. Like I didn't sit down at 8:00. Like, all right, now
I
it's
gotta
time to
watch
watch
this
the Knicks.
game.
It was, I'm
Okay.
turn it on when I do.
Okay, all right. Okay, what about you? You didn't even care
I
if they
didn't-
won.
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, CB?
Oh no, I definitely cared. I definitely cared if they won because I was fandueling.
Okay. So you have money on the line.
Yeah. So I wasn't nervous, but I'm like, all right, come
That's
on,
even
let's,
better
let's
now.
go Knicks.
Yeah, so you going with the Knicks?
Let's go
then?
Knicks.
You did go
Yeah,
with the Knicks.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Let's go Knicks.
All right, so I was the only one
good.
that like prepared all day and wore the Bernard King jersey to school, and you know what I
Did anybody
mean.
ever question you about that at school?
Oh, I
When
get it
you
all
come
the
in
time.
with,
I get it all
you
the
know,
time. You know, I mean, yeah. I was in
Sixers jersey,
I was in the Grove. I was
Eagles jersey.
Listen, shout out Allo and my man Ransom. I was in the Grove, and they're like, oh man, you a fake nigga. You know what I mean? How you got two teams? I'm like, yo, listen, like, yo, don't hate on a brother because he got options. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you were young, you had options too.
If Brooklyn was going on the run, would you?
BK, stand up. Let's go, Brooklyn. I'm a New Yorker. I don't know why is that so hard to fathom? I love the Sixers, but I'm a New Yorker, so I root for all things New York unless you play the Sixers. If you don't play the Sixers, I represent all New York teams. It's just how it is. That's the way
It's
my
just interesting how
father raised me this way.
Yeah. And somehow
Who raised you?
it's some New Yorkers don't feel that way.
Most New Yorkers do, though.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm just saying it's interesting because I was talking to a New Yorker the other day.
From where? What part of New York?
I don't know, but
Okay.
they were Yankees. Mets was like a curse word.
Really?
Yeah.
I said, I can't
So I
family
said, if
feud
the
like
Mets are
that.
playing the Phillies, who do you root for? She said, oh, the Phillies.
Really?
Yeah, it was like she was Yankees and she was Giants, Knicks. Yeah, so it was like, but like the other team
Wow.
was like it wasn't like okay, good. No, she was like no, like
Yeah, that's not that way for me. The only way it was kind of like that way for me last year, and I'll admit during the Detroit series, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's the fans. Like the New York fans were getting on my nerves, like the Philly Eagle fans they did back in the day. They used to get on my nerves, and it made me hate the team. And even though I wanted to root for him, I was like,
Right.
I don't want. You know what? I don't want to hear him talking his lose. You know what I'm saying? But so but to me, if the Yankees win and let's say they get knocked out, and the Mets is in it, I'm going with the Mets. The Giants lose, I'm going with the Jets. The Jets lose, you know who I'm going with?
Buffalo.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
It is what it is, man. I root for all New York teams, man.
Okay.
So with this being said, finals preview, ECF, Eastern Conference Finals. Who we got? Indiana, New York. What's your thoughts? MB, what's your thoughts, bro?
New York. I think they've had a tougher
Road.
path to get there, and they've still come out on top. I think Indiana's playing very well, but I think they won 2 games against the Cavs without 3 of their starters.
Right.
So just different things like that. But I think Indiana's playing very well. I think it's going to be a fun series. And I think the matchups favor the Knicks.
The Knicks. Okay. All right. How about you, FB?
Knicks in 6. Got them winning in 6 games.
Shot, man. That's a shot. So Knicks going to the finals for you. What about you,
I
Bird?
got them in 7. The Knicks in 7. I was talking about it the other day.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a tough series. I think it's going 7. I think it's going to win Game 7 in the Garden.
Okay. I'm going with the gentleman's sweep. If not, then 6. Okay. I just don't think that, Indiana played them tough last year with a beat up Brunson.
Right.
No Robinson, no Randall. And they still win 7 games.
Right.
I'm sorry, yeah, still win 7 games, right? Game 7. And it wasn't a blowout though, right? It was close, and then they just got away from them, right? Because Brunson got injured and a little more, whatever. I'm not sure. But yeah, I got New York, either the gentleman's sweep or it's 6 games. I think outside of Tyrese and Neesmith, Siakam, he's going to do what he does, but I don't believe in Miles Turner. Miles Turner and Cat kind of cancel themselves a little bit. So they kind of play the same a little bit.
True.
I'll probably give Cat maybe the advantage.
Right. A little better, I think.
Yeah, and then, really, if you shut down Halliburton,
And he has a tendency to disappear sometimes, too.
Yeah.
He might shut himself
Yeah,
down.
yeah. The only thing that bothers me is, and this is what bothered me before the Boston game, is that the lights get brighter in the Garden, and people take it as like an opportunity to kind of step up and really get busy, man. So that's the only thing I'm like, I don't know.
I think it's different though now because the Knicks are good. So now before that building would be split with people coming to see
That's true.
whoever the star is.
That's true.
But now it's like that's a hard place to play right now.
Yeah. And the ticket prices are out of this world.
They outpriced opposing fans coming in.
Out of this world. And it's still sold out.
Yeah,
I went to the Sixers Knicks in Philly earlier in the season.
Right.
And behind me was 2 Knicks fans, and they just kept talking about how much cheaper everything was in Philly compared to
Even driving there. You know what I'm saying?
They're like, we got these drinks. This would cost us X amount of dollars.
Yeah. Tickets for that Friday night game in the rafters,
With 5 on it.
$575.
Damn.
$575.
Before the feast.
No, that was with the fee. No, that was with the fees. But let me ask you: would you pay that much for a Game 7? Where's your limit at?
Game 7, what round?
Let's say Eastern Conference.
Game
Finals.
7 Eastern Conference Finals?
Yeah.
$575?
Who am I watching play?
Yeah.
We're talking about your team. Like, if the Sixers is
All
there,
right, your team, the Sixers
watching-
there.
Right.
The Sixers there. Let's just talk the Sixers.
I might. I might.
Depends.
It depends. Right. Who the matchup, who they're playing.
No.
Not
Joel
That's how
Embiid.
my bank account's working.
Yeah, well, that too.
All right, so straight up for you would be.
That too.
Let me see if this makes sense.
Yeah,
financially.
true.
Okay,
Gotta start there.
So it would start there.
Gotta
with you?
start there. Gotta
You
start
too?
there.
Yeah,
Gotta start there.
See, I think for me it'd start emotionally.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I'm going.
That's how it's gonna start to, even if you're considering.
Okay, right.
Right,
But then
right.
after a while, I'll be like,
Like I need to be in the building.
damn, like that's like half my mortgage. Like, ooh, for one game?
To sit in the rafters.
And if you get blown out, oh my goodness.
Chill.
Right?
Yeah,
Like,
but it's not like it's that's tough to pay to go to a game.
Yeah.
At least go to a concert, you know.
Yeah, you already know what you're getting.
Right. You know what you're getting. Yeah.
Vacation, I know what I'm getting.
Yeah.
True.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought about going Friday.
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
And then I was like, but damn, so it's me and Jay, because Jay ain't got no money. So now, he goes somebody that got some money, it's a little better. Like, okay, yo, I take care of me, you take care of you. He ain't got no money. So now it's over $1,000. And what if you lose? That's the thing. It was like, and it's not my squad too. Like, that's my squad. That's my number 2. It's not my number 1. So it's like, my number 1 I probably would pay though. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, shit, I think I paid like that game we went to. That was like 200 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, you know, it depends. It depends. Western Conference Finals. Well, they're not there yet, but it determines today.
Yeah.
We have the Denver Nuggets versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. What do we like?
With if Aaron Gordon's out, then I got to go with OKC.
Well, he's definitely out. I think he's definitely out,
so.
right? Yeah, hamstring. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, Thunder.
Thunder. Okay. What about you?
Yeah, same. I was about to say the same thing without Gordon playing. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Thunder. I mean, even if I think I might have went with the Thunder, even if he was playing. I know he's playing well, but yeah, I think the Thunder's going to get him, especially at home. I don't know.
Right, because the Thunder's at home, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why something tells me, you know, you're going to see a vintage Murray and
That's the scary thing. They play.
Joker.
Yeah.
And you still got Junior over there. MP Junior.
He's not healthy though.
Yeah, he got the shoulder.
Messed up.
I know, but you know, Game 7's like, I don't know. I don't know. I just can't see. You know, really, it's gonna come down to SGA and Joker. And if I had to pick,
He needs
those
to have
two,
a good game.
SGA, right? He hasn't really had a good
Nah,
game.
he needs
It's been the other parts,
He's
right?
that MVP game right here, Game 7. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I want it to be OKC, but for something tells me it's going to be Joker. It's going to be.
I'm just seeing Jokic having like a
See what I'm saying?
lifetime
Right, lifetime game.
performance.
Come
And
on.
he can do it. And
And
his
he-
lifetime
Right.
crazy. He'll
Right.
have like 45, 25
Right.
boards, 12 assists. Like
Right.
he can do something.
He's somebody that you know he's not going to shy from the moment. You know he's going to play big tonight. Today.
Yeah.
You know that.
I think OKC's coach won't let that happen. I think they have a really good coach. I think he does a really good job. And I think if he starts seeing that happen, we're just gonna double him on the catch. We're just gonna you can't let him get 40 plus. Because he's gonna get the other things. He's gonna rebound. He's gonna get his assists.
Right,
You
right.
can't let him score the ball.
So what you're saying is that the key to this is pretty much Murray then. Because they're going to double him. He's going to score, so they're going to have to double him. That means Murray's got to be the
Murray
one.
and Braun and those
Braun,
guys.
yeah.
They gotta-
I think guys got to make
Big
not
shots.
even Murray. But I think Murray's going to do what Murray does. I think it's going to be guys like Westbrook, Braun,
Westbrook, yeah.
that have to
Definitely
like
gotta Westbrook,
Peyton
definitely
Watson
gotta,
that have to make those
Yeah.
open shots
Yeah.
early. Because
Right.
I think if they keep it close, that's where I think it's to Denver's advantage.
Yeah.
Because they have Jokic.
Yeah. What's your thought, CB?
Yeah, it's going to be hopefully it's a good one. I just want to see a good Game 7, but I think OKC pulls it out. I think SGA has that game that he hasn't had yet. I think he comes to play, shows out. Like Westbrook. I mean, I like Westbrook. I like his energy and stuff like that, but he ain't been shooting the ball well. So,
No.
you know what I'm saying? If he can't knock down a couple shots and make the defense honest, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can do some other things as far as doubling Jokic and, you know what I mean, trying to concentrate on some of the other guys. But I think it's going to be a good one. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be a good one, but I think OKC pulls it out. You know what I'm saying?
I don't see him shine from the moment, though.
Who's that, Westbrook?
Yeah.
Oh, no, nah, but he just
I see him
can't shoot.
stepping up. He can't shoot. He can't shoot until he can shoot.
Right.
Shots,
Now, if he
right?
start knocking out a couple, then, you know,
Then
it
it's
changes
like,
the defensive game plan. But Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I think just going with early predictions for the finals. I got the Knicks versus the Timberwolves.
I can see that.
That'd be a great series.
I can see that.
Great series and the theme behind it. You know what I'm saying? That's who I got. What's your thoughts, FB?
I want to see that series.
That's be a great series, right?
I don't know if we'll see that series.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
If that's the series, the NBA is 100% fixed.
Oh, because of the storylines.
So storylines, everything that's happened the last couple of weeks for NBA.
Yeah.
If that's the series, the NBA is fixed.
I
I already think it's fixed.
You don't,
but I think that's the series.
You've always felt like it was fixed.
I've always had how does that?
Right. Okay. All right. What about you? Do you feel like it's fixed? Like, see, you're in that contemplation.
It hurts to say it. If I'm thinking about it, that means
That means you think it is. Yeah.
Just.
It hurts me too. I never thought about it sometimes, but nothing was more blatant than when the Knicks were playing in Boston. And I think, how is that even possible that you are in the penalty with maybe a little under 10 minutes left in the third? How does that happen? And then how does Brunson get 5 personal fouls in the third? And then the next night, didn't Brown get 5 in the third? Or he's got something like that? I don't know.
Not fixed, but it's definitely pushed.
Push, right?
Some things are fixed. I don't think they're fixing it. No, what I mean by
Because
that,
the game still got to make shots.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't think
Okay.
the game itself is okay. Listen, this team's going to win this game, that team's
opportunities.
going to win that game, but we're going to push them in this direction.
Yeah.
Things that can be fixed,
The lottery,
like the lottery, is 100%
1,000% fixed.
So Dallas winning was fixed.
Fixed.
without a doubt.
But it's happened before.
And
3 times.
and San Antonio getting 2 fixed.
Okay. So even back then when Cleveland kept getting the fix.
How does it just so happen that Cleveland gets the number 1 pick when LeBron's coming out?
Right.
Chicago gets it. Derrick Rose.
Come on, Chicago gets him with Derrick Rose. Come on, what are you doing?
Yeah. Nah, I mean, listen. I'm
Even Iverson to Philly, there's no connection there. But where should we put this kid that he could have the best success? Philly.
Great point. These great points.
If Allen Iverson goes to the Wizards,
Yeah.
it's not the same.
So then, all right. So
Iverson
then, what
is playing in DC? He might not be here.
True.
Oh, that's true.
They
Yeah.
kept. That would probably be a good move to keep him away from.
So now, what about when Darko Milicic? You think that was a fixed thing when Brown didn't get Carmelo and they got this international star? You think that was kind of fixed too for them?
I don't know if it was I don't know if the picks themselves are fit.
Okay.
But they're saying, listen, all right, we're going to put you in.
So put you in this one.
Now they might have looked at Detroit yo, you guys could have just had a run for 10 years.
Exactly.
Y'all messed it up.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
on y'all.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Listen, like I said, to see the way the referees were blowing their whistle, especially in that, it was just they took the game from them. And now I understand. I understood before, but now I even further understand how frustrating the referees could be for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Wow, you can literally take the game away.
They control the entire game.
They control the game. And nothing was we had a ref one time last year, and he was the former JV coach for Charlotte. He used to coach with Charlotte. Every call was against us. It was blatant. So the AD said, "Hey, listen, did you used to coach Charlotte? Because that would be a conflict of interest." The ref says no. We was like, "Wait a minute, hold up." Dante was like, "Wait a minute, hold up. I coached against you. What do you mean? No." It was blatant, you know what I'm saying? And that to me, I think is unfortunate for referees to do that. Even on a high school level, I think it's unfortunate. Sure. You know what I'm saying? But can it be helped? Because we all are human, man.
There's nothing you can do about it.
And I've never been a ref. I don't desire to be. I won't ever be. But there's going to be teams that I'm like, damn, like, you know, like let's say, you know what? Let's say you're coaching, Fred, you reffing. Matter of fact, switch it around. You're coaching, you're reffing, right? Who are you rooting for? Are you rooting for somebody?
Fred gonna get some calls.
Okay.
Fred gonna get some calls.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
easy.
we all at this point we've all been coaching for long enough that we have relationships with these refs.
Each one, right.
So when you see a guy walk in the gym, you know, like, all right, let's go. Tonight's gonna be
It's going to be all
a
right.
decent night. If you see some other guys coming in, you know,
Like,
that's gonna be
oh,
awesome.
it's
be
Okay.
rough.
All right.
Do you guys look at who's officiating beforehand?
Nah, I don't.
Yes.
I need to.
Sometimes I started this year.
I might do that next year.
I didn't even know. I mean, I didn't even know I could do that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I mean, I probably won't do it because I'll start stressing out about
Yeah, true. That's right.
That's
That's
out
just
of my
another
control.
Because it ain't like we can change them.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
I only know because I like working at Flags office, so I
Got
hang
it.
up that stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, I just think that, you know, I'm hoping that it's not rigged, but you just never know. And, you know, here's what I do know. The Knicks deserve to be where they're at. Nobody's giving them anything. And I think that there's still a narrative. I've heard that narrative, oh, well, if Tatum was, you know, if he was playing, it'd be a different thing. And I'm like, yeah, maybe not. But let the record show, like you said, the Knicks were already beating them with Tatum. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, who knows? But either way, I think that it's going to be a great finals, Eastern Conference, Western Conference finals. We are saying goodbye to the iconic TNT brand. So no more. I think they handle the Western Conference, or maybe it's the Eastern Conference this year. They have one more series, and it's a wrap for TNT.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So, you know, do we have any
Pacers next gonna be the last series on.
on TNT? Okay, so do we have any, you know, final thoughts about that? Other than I'm saying that, yo, you fumbled the ball though, TNT. You should have. I don't know why you got cocky and thinking that TNT don't need the NBA. Like, you know, they're gonna show you how much you need them. So, any other thoughts besides that?
No, I mean, it was a good run.
Good run. You're still gonna see like Ernie in them, right? Because I think that
They're still gonna have their show. It just won't be. Obviously, they won't be connected to the game,
won't be connected to the game, right?
which I think is gonna make it. Because a lot of times you just leave the TV on the channel it's on and you're watching them.
Right.
But if I'm watching a different channel and they're not,
Oh, so they're not going to be at the games as that own entity, that brand. It's almost like, you know, like you know, somebody, you know, let's say Drink Champs was there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that they become like a Drink Champs or some type of brand where it's just inside the NBA.
It's such a New
but
York.
isn't
example.
inside the
That's such a New York example.
isn't inside the NBA still on TNT? They just lost the rights to.
That's the question. Is it on TNT or is it going to be on, what's that, NBC?
I thought Inside the NBA was still going to be on TNT. They just lost the rights to have the games on TNT.
See, I
could be wrong.
think it's going to be on NBC. I don't know why I feel like that. I think they had to sign like a deal or something with NBC. Either way, TNT, you fumbled the bag. You know what I'm saying? Because that to me, you know, I mean, you're going to have Atlanta Braves baseball, okay, you know what I'm saying? But nobody's going to, people watch TNT
True.
because of the basketball. So anyway, so that's going to be a great series. So looking forward to that. Continuing with basketball, WNBA. I don't know. Did you watch both games yesterday or you just watched the one?
I just watched the one.
Okay.
I just
all
watched,
right.
I watched some of it.
Yeah, I just watched,
I watched
some of it.
some of it. Yeah, I watched a little bit of the Liberty. Then I was going.
Yeah, I just watched a little bit of it.
Yeah, but then I started watching a little bit of the Caitlin Clark because I'm a Caitlin Clark fan.
Right.
Didn't realize that. What was it? Was it BTD?
It's beat.
It be D-Diggs.
Oh,
It's double, baby double.
double.
The show, they don't show.
Oh, BDD.
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
BDD. Okay. All right, baby double. Right. What's her name? Angel Reese. Angel Reese. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese. I watched a little bit of it. I happen to be watching it at the point with Nafal and Caitlin and that whole situation. What are your thoughts on that? You know, was that a little aggressive? Was the foul aggressive? I thought so, a little bit. Did I think that it needed all of that? I don't know. What I do know is that Caitlyn walked away. She didn't want no smoke. Now that I do know. I saw that. So to me, if you walk away like that, that tells me that, oh, you might have did it on purpose a little bit.
Of course.
You might have did it on purpose.
No, she definitely fouled her on purpose.
I'm talking about, but so we know the foul was on purpose to stop the layup or whatever, to stop the score.
Well, and it was also because she had just pushed her.
Yeah,
team.
she just put it right. Exactly.
Oh,
So
okay.
Angel
Shoved
Reese
her
just
in the back.
shoved her out of the way to get the rebound.
No
They didn't
foul,
call
no
it.
call, no nothing.
So she said, "Oh, you're not getting this,"
Yeah.
and she went and fouled her. Like, and I also think Caitlin Clark knew what was coming. Like, here we go. I'm not dealing with all this. She
Right.
walked away. Like,
Just walked away. Okay.
like I don't know. I think Angel Reese is doing everything in her power
To stay relevant.
besides playing basketball to stay relevant.
To stay relevant.
True.
Right. It was a crazy reaction, right?
Yeah, like what you got fouled. Like you got fouled.
Like she wanted to fight.
The problem was she was like she saw how open she was.
Right.
She's like, I can get 4 rebounds right now. And she got fouled. And she didn't get it. And she's like, now she's like, man, now I got to
You
foul.
ruined my plan.
Now I got to foul. Like messed up the whole plan.
Oh man. FB.
That's a goal.
I think that they've been attached and they shouldn't be because they're going in such different directions.
Different directions, yeah.
Right? Like Caitlin Clark's on a team that I think is going to be one of the better teams in the WNBA, and they're trending upwards, and she's trending upward. And the Chicago Sky just aren't that good.
Right.
They're not going to be that good, and she's going to get a lot of baby double-doubles in meaningless games. Right?
Who would you compare her to?
Who?
Angel Reese.
See, I don't know. I kind of like that girl Boston.
No, she's good.
I like
Are you
Boston.
trying to make like a league comparison?
Yeah, like,
NBA?
in the NBA, like
Okay.
the way she gets attention. Like, is there anybody you would compare her to?
Joel Embiid?
No.
Joel Embiid's good. I don't know. That's a good question, Mark. You have somebody in mind?
I mean, you said somebody earlier. I didn't know if you wanted to throw it back out there. Like,
Who's that?
Who knows that?
you said there's somebody on the South Bay Lakers that.
Oh, right.
No. What I said was, I said,
Roddy.
I said Angel Reese should go on the list of people that should not be mentioned here until they do something. That's what I was saying. Yeah. That's all.
Okay. I mean, so she's good though, right? She's decent.
No, she's good.
She's good.
Yeah, she can play.
Do we talk about every good player
No,
in the WNBA?
no, you don't.
Like
You're
Kelsey
right.
Plum at 37 the other
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. But I think that stems from like college with the whole, you know what I'm saying? It's just been going.
It's been corny
forward.
ever since.
Yeah.
True.
Just
It was
going
corny
forward.
then. It was corny now.
Yeah. I thought she was a little overreactive. But CB, what's your thought on that? Did you see it live or you saw the clip?
Nah, I saw it afterwards. I didn't even see none of that game. I saw some of the Liberty game.
Okay.
And then that was that. But I definitely saw the clips and all that, ESPN this morning or whatever. But I didn't have a problem with it. It was just a nice hard foul. It wasn't like she
Okay.
jabbed her in the jaw or something. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? She came down across her body. I mean, it was a foul. It's basketball. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't even think twice back in the day.
Yeah.
With that foul, just go to the line, shoot
Go
free
along,
throws.
shoot the free throws. Yeah, so just real quick to y'all and then ladies and gentlemen, do we think that Angel Reese had a Stephen A. Smith LeBron moment? Do we think LeBron was it one of those things? Because now if Aaliyah Boston fouls her, does Reese get up with that same energy?
I think she does.
Okay, so you believe it? Okay, okay.
Yeah, I do think she's tough.
That's,
I don't think she's
okay.
that's who she has
You're right.
to be.
That's right.
Okay, but see this difference now
do you mean?
because you're saying you think she does naturally,
I think that's who she is. Yeah.
but I think what you said that's what it's like almost like a role that she's playing. She's in character,
I don't know, like she doesn't have a choice but to be that.
but to be that way. Okay.
Whether that's who she is now, I mean, that's who she's always been.
I guess,
don't know,
okay,
you know what I
okay,
mean?
okay.
But she can't. If she's not that, then
and she's okay.
She's
I see.
like
what you're saying.
she had 12 points.
Mm-hmm.
She had 17 rebounds,
Okay.
but she shot 5 for 14 from the field.
Yeah.
And
They lost by what?
you're in. She only shoots the ball in the lane.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Damn.
So like,
I think she did hit a 3 yesterday or something. Or
let
jumping.
me-
I saw a highlight. I just saw a
let
highlight.
me
They got blown out though.
She got blown out. Yeah,
They got blown
yeah,
out,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
they got blown out. Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
So you think? What about you,
Again,
C?
it was
What's
a
that?
10-point game in the third quarter.
It was when the foul happened, all right?
Yeah.
When the foul happened, it wasn't crazy.
Rolled, yeah, they rolled out of that.
Then
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I mean, do you think she comes with the same energy though, CB?
Yeah,
Same thing.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, come on, man. It's like you take it back to your students. You know what I'm saying? When they about to get in a fight, they don't really get aggressive until the teachers are in the middle breaking it up. So Angel will jump up. She knows they ain't gonna let them fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's true.
if that's her or not, she all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I got you. I mean, I still think it makes for good, a good attention. It's good for the league, though.
I mean, we talking about it. Right?
We talking about it, and we were watching it. Like even some of I noticed they got the little sponsorships on the jersey and stuff like that. So the league is growing, man. So I'm happy about that. It's a good time, right? Because we get to watch some good basketball. I'm a Caitlin Clark fan, and she's just like her court vision. I mean, some of the passes I saw her making yesterday.
She's third all time in triple doubles, and she hasn't played 50 games.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Wow.
Wow. That's that.
But the chemistry like her in Boston, like they're going to be a tough duo right there.
Let me ask you this. Have any of you guys been to a WNBA game? Any of y'all caught one?
Nah, there's no one close enough.
No.
Yeah, true.
No.
Well, you
no.
been to New York?
New York.
Yeah. I
Been to a
mean,
Liberty game? Nah.
I feel like I was supposed to when it was at the Garden.
Okay.
And I don't know if I went. I don't think I went.
Okay.
So, no.
Gotcha.
And I don't know if I would go to the one in Brooklyn. Everybody say
Right.
Brooklyn is ghetto. I think Cam said somebody was rolling dice or something like that. They had a dice game.
I like the Barclays.
I've never been.
You been to Barclays? I like it.
It's nice?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, like even the seating, you don't feel like you about to fall over?
The seating is cool because it just like, I mean, I happen to have good seats that game.
Okay.
But it was cool.
It's good? Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe well in the future. I don't know. Anytime I go to downtown Brooklyn, I'm going to Junior's. That's the only time I'm going down there. I'm going to Junior's. Or I might go shopping. That's
I like I've never been, but I like the Barclays when you watch it on TV because it just seems like the court is the only thing that's lit. Like
Yeah,
they're actually
okay.
on the
Yeah.
stage.
Yeah,
performing,
stage.
you know what I'm saying? It's like kinda
The
dark.
lighting.
The lighting, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks cool on TV.
So, I mean, listen, I'm glad that the Nets are, another New York team or whatever, but I do miss the Nets in Jersey. I don't know. Does anybody share them sentiments with me?
I don't.
Yeah, I missed them, man. The Brendan Byrne Arena. I missed the Meadowlands. You know what I'm saying?
I don't.
I missed them.
what do
I
you miss
do.
about it?
You know what? The ability to rep New Jersey, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like that. Like something about like New Jersey.
You don't rep New Jersey for anything.
That's not true.
What do you rep New Jersey for?
Some great people that I love and cherish that live in Jersey.
Well, I mean,
That
like,
real softball team, like
Oh, that's go. There we go, baby.
who do you?
The sisterhood, you know what I mean? Yeah, we're in the building too. You know, still in one though, but we're in the building. Nah, you know what it
Is
is?
the season still going?
Yeah, I think we got a game tomorrow. Yeah, we got a game tomorrow.
We have a game
No,
tomorrow.
listen, I was supposed to be off yesterday, but it didn't get approved. So I'm in. Damn. I forget who we playing though. It's on the road though. I forget who we playing though. But we had to go down to Wildwood though last week.
How was that?
Yo, so it was an hour, and I hate going this way. It was an hour and like 35, 40 minutes, right? Coming from Pennsville, which I hate because it's like going through, y'all know where like Maurice River Township and Port Norris, and, right? Way out after 55 ends. I hate going that way.
55 ends.
Right. That's my point. Right. Hate that way. So I go out there, it's an hour, like 40 minutes, to play for 45 minutes. And then go back. So really it was like over 3 hours of travel for 45 minutes. Because it was over that quick.
They got a pretty good team.
Yeah. and the pitching, the pitcher was, she was like throwing curves and sliders. That I've never seen. I thought, and you know what? Let me stop. Sisterhood, baby, we in the building. Sisterhood, we in the building here, man. It's all good. Man. It's all good. And I forget how that was a rabbit hole. So where did we start at?
Sorry. You not supporting New Jersey.
Oh no! So listen, I mean, like I don't know. I liked when the Nets was in the Meadowlands, man. You know, you had the New York. I guess you still have the Brooklyn, and I don't know. It just was a little different. It's a little different to me. I don't know.
They went to the finals, right, with Jason Kidd?
Yeah,
they went
two
to
years in a
twice,
row.
right?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
So they
So
won a game though.
Nah.
the Spurs, they did.
I thought that's what both times.
No, they didn't get swept both times.
Okay, another Lakers swept them.
That I do know. But I think they won. But you might be right though.
They might have won one game.
For San Antonio, right? That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
All right.
They were a tough team, man. Y'all didn't like that team? Being from Jersey? Y'all wasn't like, yeah, you know what I mean?
But that was around the time Iverson was here. So we didn't really care about the Nets then.
That's true. But you, at all, though? I mean, you didn't take the advantage of the moment in time
We
to
cheer
have...
for one team.
Yeah, you didn't...
And when the Sixers were done, we were done.
Wow. Yeah. See,
Mark-
like you don't understand me.
No, not
I
at all.
don't understand. Yo, I don't understand. Your team in your home state has a chance to win.
There we go.
Once they're
That's
all the
what
way
I'm
up
saying.
there, it's not
All
our...
up there. We all there in your state. What are you talking
Do you
about?
think people in?
I don't understand. That's what. See,
So
like,
let me ask you a question.
okay.
If you were in Pennsylvania, you lived in Pennsylvania.
Huh?
You lived 10 minutes from Pittsburgh.
Huh?
Would you celebrate the Eagles Super Bowl?
If Pittsburgh was done,
No, they're done. The Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I would. How come you guys?
That's 6
No.
hours away.
You know
It's
what?
not even like
And y'all are good brothers, man. So I just want to be clear. Y'all are real good brothers, man. For real. I can't curse. And I can't say I like y'all, definitely. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say I bang with y'all either because you don't know what to say. And I can't curse. So, but y'all good brothers, you know what I'm saying? But with the loyalty for your state, I don't understand.
For the
it.
state is crazy.
It's where you from Jersey. You represent Jersey. Yo, I'm from Jersey. I don't say I'm from. You say you from. I do say I'm from Long Island. I do, but I usually say I'm from New York, and they say, "Oh, what part?" "Oh, I'm from Long Island."
Yeah.
But y'all be like, "Yo, I'm from South Jersey." What you
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Right.
no, you from
Right.
Jersey. Let them say what part.
I'm from
"Oh,
South Jersey. I'm about 20 minutes outside of Philly. That's what I always say.
Right.
Oh, come, yo, I see that. I don't understand.
That's what I always say.
And you say the same thing.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah, I used to say,
you say
I say
Jersey.
Camden
You
first.
say Camden.
I say I'm from Camden. They pretty much know that's Jersey.
Okay. But there's a reason why you say Camden first, though.
That's where I'm from. I mean,
That's where you from.
Yeah.
What do you say? Do you say Cherry Hill or you say South Jersey?
It depends on who I'm talking to.
Okay.
If it's like I've been doing a lot of whatever with people who are like in California, like talking, and they'll be like, "I'm from
Oh yeah,
South
what they
Jersey."
were. Yeah.
Outside, right out 20 minutes
Outside.
outside. Philadelphia.
Same thing with you?
If somebody from outside of the state asks, yeah.
Okay.
If somebody brown here asks, I'm from Deptford.
Okay, I'm from Deptford. Okay. I don't know. I mean, but and I guess that's what makes us all beautiful because, different areas, we react a little differently. You know what I'm saying? But that to me,
You might as well just cheer for the whole East Coast.
no, but so wait, that doesn't come into play like when you're rooting for different teams. No, it doesn't. You don't look for anything. I look for sometimes geographic reasons. Oh, you know
grasp for straws, man. Whatever connection I can get.
Yeah. So you're watching the Little League World Series, okay? And what Middle East states is playing
All right,
Japan.
be careful.
Like, yeah,
Careful
that's
now.
what I'm saying. Yeah. That's why I had to clear it up.
If it's
So,
the USA versus
right. So let's say something like that, right?
that's different though. That's different.
So you go by that's now like a country thing.
And the Olympics, yeah.
Olympics,
Yeah,
okay.
Of course.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I love my state, man. I can't.
To me, it's like you're cheating. You're cheating as a fan because you never have to deal with we didn't win.
That's a good point. I
just feel like you're cheating. You're cheating.
Because you're always on.
I can always just move on. No, you got to live
good
with
point.
like the Cowboys suck this year. I just had to live with the fact that the Cowboys suck for this year until next year. Like I can't just go like, oh, Philly's right across the street. Let me go run around with them at the link. You're cheating the experience as a fan.
No, that's good. And I'm not saying it's not a good point because it really is a good point. But the only thing is we're raised this way. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm raised with options. I'm raised in New York. Yo, we got the
Everybody's raised with options.
No, well, apparently you guys aren't because if it's just you guys don't focus on nothing on New Jersey. It don't matter. The Devils, the Nets, nothing.
Because
We could have.
for us, honestly, for us, I feel like once you pass Trenton, we're in a different state. I don't even consider like North Jersey like.
So, and that to me, I don't understand that, right? Like I want, you know what it is? A good comparison would be Texas or even California, right? That would be good comparisons. But I don't know when you're from.
I'm sure everybody in California isn't just a California fan.
Maybe not on California.
Now, the thing I'll give New York. But the credit I'll give New York fans is that everything's right there.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So like everything's right there. Like California, it's the whole state.
Whole state is spread out.
Like when you say Buffalo, like that doesn't make any sense to me. But all the New York City teams, I get that. That makes sense. I don't agree with it, but it makes sense.
Okay.
I just think when you're born, especially now, kids, when everything is so accessible, I can watch any team, any sport at any time.
Right.
There's so many options. And I think kids now do have, I like this team and this team and this team. And it's like.
So, no, I agree with that point in that regard. But with what the regard that I'm coming from is, is we're taught to rep all things New York. I don't know if that goes for other states. Are you taught rep all things Jersey? Like that's the way my brain was trained.
You're not trained to represent all things New York. You're trained to represent all things New York City.
Right.
So I can only tell you about how the training happened.
There's no way they're like, listen, Buffalo.
It's okay to be assumptive about no. We represent all things New York. Now, to your point though, Coach, Buffalo we throw in the mix. Like, that's right, they in New York too.
Right, you don't even think about it.
It's an afterthought.
So
it's an
that doesn't
afterthought.
count.
But when it benefits you.
No.
No. We're talking about as far as the afterthought.
Yeah, when it benefits you.
The afterthought is Buffalo. That's the only thing I'm putting in the afterthought.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So you're from
New York.
But I'm saying, what part of New York?
Oh, there we go. I was waiting for that. Long Island.
Right? And I feel like
go further though.
And I feel like
and
you
what
look
town
at
in
people,
Long Island? You gotta go further.
But I feel like you look at people from the boroughs different than you guys look at people from outside of the boroughs, right? So if you meet somebody and they say, "Oh, I'm from Brooklyn," you look at them different than if somebody says, "Oh, I'm out from Western New York or up in Buffalo." You look at them
because
different,
of the
right?
experiences, yes.
Right.
Because of the plights of life. The plights of life are different. Right. So if somebody's in like we.
But you don't consider them a New Yorker though.
Who? You
don't consider people that. Do you consider people that don't live in New York City New Yorkers?
Yes.
See, I thought it was opposite of that.
No,
I thought people only consider. You get what I'm saying, though, right?
You look at somebody from Buffalo,
different.
That I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll give you that.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah.
No, but I'm not from New York City though. So like, if somebody is from White Plains, I'm like, oh, okay, New York. They're not from the city. That's not the city. Mount Vernon. We can even go Newburgh, or we can go where I went to military school. What was that? Cornwall on the Hudson. Those are still New York. That's New York, yes. Right? So I rep all things New York. I have a favorite team in New York, but once that favorite team goes, we're taught to rep your state.
See, I don't think it's state. I think it's city.
Not
because I think because if Syracuse didn't play in the Garden, you guys wouldn't give about Syracuse.
I just don't like. You only do it when it's beneficial. Nobody's talked about St. John's for years. Now St. John's good again. Now now they're a New York team.
That's true.
I mean, St. John's,
Spike Lee at the end.
They are. What I'm saying, they are. But they just.
I think Syracuse is a better example because Syracuse stinks.
Right,
we don't talk about it at all. But if Syracuse goes on a run, now they're going to be New York City's team, even though they don't step foot in the garden.
See. I think the interesting thing is that I really have never heard New Yorkers discuss any of this. That's the thing. It's from the outside looking in. It's like, nah, y'all doing this, y'all this, and that. But from the New York standpoint, if I was to call 3 New Yorkers right now, and it could be random.
We need to do that.
Let's do that. They'll tell you straight up. I have a favorite, but I rep all things New York.
City.
No,
It's not state.
New York.
It's just not state.
New York. When we in a party, right? And they saying, yo, F New York, like they used to do when we was in college. F New York. It didn't matter whether it was cats from Long Island, cats from the Bronx, cats from upstate New York. It didn't matter. They all would congregate together like, nah, this is New York.
So here's a good example for you. They always talk about how like these basketball camps, when kids come from all over and whatever. These kids, like if you have a bunch of kids from Philly, a bunch of kids from New York, a bunch of kids, they all kind of find each other and they're with.
Yeah, right, absolutely.
The kid from Buffalo is not with the New York group of kids from the city. He's not with them. He's not.
Right. I get that because you know what? Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Go ahead.
I just want to, another topic, just bring it back to sports. Then why isn't the Subway Series? Why isn't it just this love fest there? Like, why are there people that are cheering against the Mets? Like, why aren't we just all hugging and everybody's cheering? We're cheering strikes, hit, everything. We're just cheering every single time. If it's all New York.
But the Subway Series to America is a brand. It's popular.
I'm not talking about what happens in that
No.
at the
I'm
stadium.
I'm out in the ocean. I'm coming around. I'm coming around. You know what I'm saying? So that's a celebration. You know what I'm saying? Subway Series. People love the Subway Series. So now you have the reason why you love it is because you know what? One fan loves the Yankees, the other fan loves the Mets. So let's put them together. Let's have that war, right? But once they separate, like there's not gonna be no beef. Like we're not beefing and fighting with each other. There's no burning of no jerseys. There's nothing like
You're getting pretty close.
with the Mets and the Yankees.
Yes.
Then I'm back to the young boys and taking over. They're tearing up things. You know what I'm saying? Because that should never be. That's family feuding.
Yeah, Soto's jersey. They're
That's something a little. So that right there is a slight. So that's more personal, not team based. That's a slight.
We need a New York class.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're not doing that to Alfonso. What's his name? Alonzo. They're not doing that to him. You know what I'm saying? But Soto, they felt slighted. Tell me they feel about they felt that way about what's my man that where wife was like, oh, Cliff Lee with being turned down. They feel slighted. It's a personal thing. But other than that, nah. I mean, listen, we love New York. Now, New York City is like our capital. So that's all New Yorkers having love for their capital. You understand what I'm saying? But nah, I mean, we rep our cities. Like, I don't understand. Like, y'all had the opportunity to rep New Jersey and Philly. But you said no. I'm going across enemy lines, and I'm going to root for Philly. And forget that New Jersey's relevant. I don't get that. That's why. Like, you know what? Here's last question. Would y'all rock? Matter of fact, you said you would. I think you said it. Would you rock the New Jersey hat that looked like the Yankee hat?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't wear hats, but yeah.
Okay, but you would.
Oh, yeah, I definitely would.
Okay.
That's my outfit.
Because I'm talking about what about because of your state? Would you rep?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
See, I think what New Jersey has, and it's nowhere near obviously what New York has, is it's South Jersey versus North Jersey.
Right. Okay.
So I think that's like when you say, and I still, and you can call her, there's no way you're going to convince me that you guys treat the rest of the state the same as the city. Because that's when we see North Jersey, that's like the rest of the state. If there was a basketball team, a baseball team, a football team, a hockey team in South Jersey, I think it's a totally different story.
You know what? You guys are Godfather fans? Yeah. Greatest movie ever. and because some of the storylines in it. But the one thing, like when Fredo was the older brother, right? And he was kind of like, soft, right? Kind of cattish, we'll say, right? Soft, right? And Michael said, Fredo, you're my older brother and I love you, but don't ever take sides against the family. Because, Fredo was like, that's Mo Green. You can't talk to Mo Green like that. Michael like, yo, don't ever take
Hey, what
sides.
you doing?
Yeah. And that's it right there. All New Yorkers treat other New Yorkers like family. Outside. You know what I'm saying? Now, inside, we could beef.
Right.
Oh, I think it's the same
Outside.
thing with New Jersey.
Right.
True.
Okay, so the same
that's a
thing.
good point. That's a good
You know what I'm
point.
saying?
I think it's the same thing with New Jersey.
Right, so it's the same.
together.
So it's all, that's what I'm saying. It's all, we come together. The only thing is, would you come together with North Jersey if North Jersey was beefing with Philly? I got it.
That's a good one.
I got it.
Good question.
That's a very good one.
I gotta do it myself, man. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. Sometimes you gotta celebrate yourself, baby.
You know what we would be like in that I always bring it back to basketball.
Okay.
So if there was a North Jersey game versus Philly, right? Philly would come to South Jersey and be like, yo, we come rock with us. North Jersey wouldn't do that.
North Jersey would be like Ivan Drago when he was in Russia saying, "You're for me! You're for me!" That's what would be happening.
That's a good question.
You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
good question. That's a good one.
That's a good question.
So we'll leave the rabbit hole right there. We do have one more rabbit hole.
The Rebel.
We do have one more rabbit hole, though.
I'm playing Rebel.
What's real thoughts about, just real quick, the diddler?
The Diddler.
The diddler. 50 said that
50
Puffy,
probably the funniest person.
yo,
Yeah,
he
he
is,
is.
right?
He is.
Yo, I don't ever want to smoke with him.
Yeah, he has.
I used to not want to smoke with Kwame Brown, but no. 50, you don't want no smoke.
A lot of money, a lot of time.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's
So-
Right.
Yeah,
He
facts.
said the diddler was crazier than regular crazy. And it's like, yo, just real quick, what were your thoughts? First of all, are you locked, not locked in, but are you aware of all
Kind of locked in, man.
I'm
This is
kinda
a
locked
big
in.
deal.
Oh,
It's a
man.
big deal. It's a big deal.
How you like? What's your thoughts? Like, here's what I get angry every time. So part of me said, I'm locked in, but maybe I shouldn't be locked in because it started bothering me, and it starts to bother me because I have daughters, and that's why. And it's like, yo, what would you do if somebody was treating your child? Like, I would probably lose it. I always say I would never go to jail for no one. That I may go to jail for. I would lose it. Like, even though that listen, let's be real. Cassie is not innocent.
Right.
Like, she was with it for some
Right.
things about it, right? But I just think that as a man, you just can't take advantage of a woman like that. And then you're beating on her, stomping on her. And this is my last point. I'm gonna go to y'all. Puffy the diddler never loved her. There's no way. I don't care what type of freaky deaky stuff that you're into. You could never crack my wife or crack my girl
Yeah, that's
and me
crazy.
watch it. Hell no. And me watch it? No. You could never do it. And me watch it.
You might have to do two. Let's get it.
Yeah.
After 11, we can really
Right.
talk.
Right. There might be one other person that I think could do that besides Puffy, and that might be Travis Hunter. And it might be messed up, though. It might be a little messed up. But if there's one person that could do that comes to mind, is Travis Hunter. Because he already, who knows what's going on in the spot while you outside studying plays, waiting for her to come out the spot.
Yeah,
Who knows?
that was
I don't know.
crazy.
But anyway,
That was crazy.
let me go with y'all. What's your thoughts about it real quick?
Diddy's
And then
going
we
to jail.
finish up.
Diddy's going to jail for a long time.
He's going to jail.
He's going to jail for a long time. To the chart, the letter of the law, like what he did, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Right? And even if he didn't, Diddy has done enough to go to jail,
He's
even
done.
if it's not for this.
If it's not
right?
for
So he
Right.
has lived a life where he's been manipulative to people.
Yep.
He's stolen from people. He's hurt people. And it's a shame because he was in a great position to help people.
Absolutely.
And you could just see, even before this, just people along the way that was tied to him that
Yeah.
everybody's life goes left
Right,
after
right. That's
after
true.
they
That's
deal
true.
with you. Like
That's true.
everybody ends up in a bad situation.
That's true.
So it's like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's been a crazy case though.
Even if he gets off, he's still done.
I mean,
Because nobody will ever forget the tape. That's the thing. You'll
I don't
remember.
think he'll get off though.
I don't think he will.
don't think he will.
But that's something like you'll remember where you was during 9/11, right? You remember where you was. Well, I can't. With who?
OJ.
With OJ, right? And I gotta be mindful of the age. Do you remember where you was when the Challenger? Mm-hmm. So right. See, now right. That's why I said I gotta remember the age, man. Okay.
When the Challenger blew up.
When the Challenger blew up,
Yeah, 'cause
right?
it showed that we was in school.
We was watching it.
School,
I was watching
it. Yeah.
It was like, wow, like imagine watching it. We all like, yeah.
I think I was in high school.
Oh, so you guys are like watched it.
We're watching it live, bro.
Yeah.
Like real talk. It was like everybody's like,
Yeah.
shh.
That's crazy.
You know,
they was sitting up-
you know, back in the day when they used to roll the TV,
Yeah, roll
on
the
the
TV
car.
out. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You
Because
watch like
the teacher was on that
the team
drawing,
exactly.
so that's why they was
Settle down, this and that, no, blah blah.
Yep.
And 5, 4,
Yep.
3, yay! And then
Wow.
something's wrong about something, and it's like,
That was
yo,
Yeah.
yo, right.
That was like 9/11 being in
like
school.
9/11.
That was
right.
crazy.
Never forget, right? That's how you're gonna feel about this Diddy tape. This Diddy tape is you'll forget about R. Kelly's tape before you can forget about this tape. And that is why I think that he's done, because you'll never forget that. You'll never forget that. Coach MB, what's your thoughts real quick, man?
Yeah, it's just I watched the Netflix special last night.
watched it.
They have like the updated, of the trial and all that stuff. And they're interviewing people. Like they interviewed Puffy's or Diddy, whatever, his best friend. And
Stevie J.
I don't know. I forget his name. He's he's his
I
best
thought it was
friend.
Stevie J. Oh.
And they're interviewing him, and the guy's like, "Nah, he didn't do any of this. Like, there's no way. Like, I know him." And then he's like, "Well, did you see the tape?" And he's like, "Yeah, I saw the tape." He's like, "How'd you feel about the tape?" He's like, he said all the right things. Like, I don't condone, blah,
Right.
blah, blah. But then he said, but there's always a cause and effect. So the guy's like, "Whoa, it sounds
Yeah,
like you're
right.
victim blaming."
Right.
And he's like, no, that's not what I mean. He goes like, we don't know what caused him to do that. We don't know what drugs he was on, blah, 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 blah. And then the guy said, okay, so what if that was your daughter in the tape? What would you do? And the guy's like, well, I'd rather not say.
Right.
He's like, yeah. So like you are like, how are you backing this at all?
You can't.
Even though knowing what it is, like, so I don't know, man. I just think the whole thing's crazy. And the more I hear, it's crazy to me how people can live their life this
That way. I think that's it right there.
Like I know
That's it.
money, drugs, all that stuff comes into play, but like, and you say it all the time, money doesn't change you, exposes who you really
Who you
are.
really are. Right.
And it's like, well, like this is what like. When somebody asks you if you got $1 billion, what would you do? That's your answer.
Right, that's what you
Like,
that's
that's crazy.
That's what you do. Right.
Like,
That's what you do.
wow. So yeah, it's just wild, man. It's wild.
Yeah. CB, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm with everything y'all said. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think he's going to jail as well. You know what I'm saying? But just hearing the story, especially with, the witnesses, under oath,
Right.
telling their truths and whatnot.
Right.
Just like, wow, he was, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was tripping. You know
Oh,
what
he
I'm
was
saying?
wilding.
Tripping.
All the way
He
wilding.
was tripping. And it's funny because I asked, Tracy Lee is one of my good friends. And he wasn't signed.
Basically, that's to give it up. Check
It's
it out.
party time.
Party time.
Yeah. So, because him and my brother Kals went to Howard together and whatnot. So
Okay.
we was running around. Like I met Lil Kim, Lil C's, all that. I never met Diddy because he was signed under Mark Pitts. D-Dot Angeletti was doing the beat,
D-Dot,
stuff like
okay.
that. So that whole cramp, but I've never, and I asked him, I was like, well, did y'all peep that? He's like, nah, I mean, we ain't really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, not like that then, but he was
Right.
just kind of getting it rolling. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bad Boy wasn't at his height yet.
Right.
So I guess as that money started coming in, I guess the wilder he got. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I do think it's the Rick James theory too. Like, you know, and I tell these kids that want to be rappers, and they be like, yo, all we gonna do is, I say, yo, you gotta watch out for the demons, man. They be like, oh, nah, all we gonna do is just, you know, spit out bars, you know, smoke our weed and this and that, you know, regular type stuff. Like, we outside, Bryce. I'm like, we gonna get that money. I said, nah, you gotta understand, like, you might be smoking weed now, and that's probably what Puffy was doing during that time, smoking weed. But once you start making that money and you had that demon in you,
Right, it's going on.
you're not broke. Rich people don't smoke weed.
Right.
Let's just be very clear. Rich people snort coke. They into coke. And once Puffy started doing that coke thing, I think that it make you do crazy things, man. You know, I don't know firsthand and will never know. Let me be very clear. But you could tell by just people's stories, man. Marvin Gaye, coked out, right? Crazy. Rick James, coked out. Crazy. Richard Pryor, coked out. Crazy. Shaka Khan. The list goes on. Huh?
Like Smokey Robinson.
Smokey,
trouble.
right.
Yeah,
Smokey Robinson.
Yeah.
Wait, Smokey's in trouble now?
Yeah.
Smokey's in trouble.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Smokey had like the housekeepers come out and say he was.
Word is, oh snap! Not Smokey that put the world's famous "Stop the Violence" song out. Have y'all seen that? Gang.
Hey, banging, man. Yeah, Smokey's in trouble.
Oh man. Oh damn, Smokes. Oh, Smokey too old to be carrying on.
They're saying drugs are a part of that.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like, you know, like, it's just unfortunate, man.
Yeah, it is.
You know, maybe at his core, that's not what he wanted to do. But you know, people change.
He did it.
And you're right. I do think you're right. You're absolutely right. I do think that money it reveals who you are, reveals your character. But I think the drugs kind of like change you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could change you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And then just all the money and access and just being able
the
to
power.
The power, right. You want to do.
Right.
it just has
Right.
it's just
Sad.
like I love to talk to him now and just see kind of
Like, what's your thoughts?
Right.
What,
he probably got so deep in it and you look up and you go, I can't believe I'm here right
Can't
now.
believe it here. It's almost like, you know, it has to be kind of like, and I tell you, challenge if you haven't watched it on Netflix. Have you watched Made Off?
Burning it
Yo,
off.
yes.
Yeah.
You sort of
Yeah.
Yo, watch that, because that's kind of like what that is, right? I never knew that Madoff was a fraud from the start.
Gotcha.
Right.
From the start, like back in the 60s.
Right.
He was building this thing from back then.
Right.
And you know what he says? It just got out of hand. You know what I'm saying? And the more it gets out of hand, the more you got to keep doing to keep it up. Because you have a choice to make. Do I keep it up because I still want this? This makes me feel good. Or do I? It's a sad thing, man. Sad thing, man. So definitely sad for Cassie and not just her family and her children. Because, and the husband, you know what I mean? And I won't even ask that question that was asked to me, like, yo, Bryce, could you marry her? You know what I'm saying? Like, after all of that, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if I can, you know what I'm saying? Just because it's a lot to, that's a lot to deal with, you know what I'm saying?
He's in the courtroom, you know what I'm saying?
You know, like, like.
Why is it not live?
See, I thought about that.
Federal case.
Oh, is that why? So Johnny Depp's wasn't federal?
I think it was a state.
Okay.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I thought it would be live.
It's a
too.
state thing.
Gotcha.
It can be filmed.
Okay, but federal, no, it can't.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But the husband had to walk out when I think they were talking about how she was choking on the pee.
Wow.
But
No, I'm just saying.
I watched. I was listening to something. He had to leave because he's going to be a witness, so he can't watch
okay. I got
her
you.
entire testimony.
Okay. Okay.
So it wasn't like he was just so.
Okay.
He was the trainer. He was around.
His kids walked out.
His kids walked out too. That's
That was more of a story. Like,
yeah. So I think it just reminds us when we're good men. You know what I'm saying? We're good men. Those are us fathers, good fathers. You'll be, you know what I'm saying? I know you know in the future, if you're uncle now, you're a good dude, whatever. You know, I think what this does, it should really like just reconfirm our commitment to our families. Like, and every choice that we make as men and as fathers, it has such residuals. You know what I'm saying? Then I have to say this more than any other member of the family. I have to say that.
agree.
You know what I'm saying? It has the residuals. So like Puffy like kind of destroyed like his generations, like his sons, King Combs. You're never getting nothing. You're never getting a deal again. You're not even going to be relevant because you're only relevant because of your father.
True.
You ain't nice like that.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So you're done. It's all over with. And that's just week 2. Who knows? We haven't even heard about the whole Meek Mills thing yet, or Cuba Gooding and all that. We haven't heard about none of that.
Well, and Cuba Gooding do.
Oh, you ain't heard from this. This all came out. This ain't because of Cassie. This ain't even because of Cassie, bro.
It's because of them.
It's because of the producer. The producer that produced the Love album and how he felt sexually assaulted. That's what started it. And then everything started, right? That's when the whole Meek Mill thing came out. Like, yo, it was a rapper from Philly and a producer. Like, yo, that hasn't even come to play yet. This dude is done.
I'm surprised. They said the trial wasn't going to be that long, which surprised me.
Surprise, right?
I forget that they said it was like a 2-week thing or something. It wasn't long. I was like, oh, that's all. Like I was surprised.
Yeah. So I mean, but I think it's gonna be next week though, right? I think you got to hear from that producer. You have to. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's real crazy.
It's crazy. That's how the story is. You think of just like Puff, Suge, all these guys that were huge moguls, and it's done.
And the music that they made, like Puffy, you can say whatever you want about Puffy. Like, yo, he made hits, yo.
Hits.
He made hits. He made
Hits.
anthems.
Hits.
You know what I'm
That made
saying?
the formula for how music's made.
Yeah.
Rap music's made now.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, like, you know, game changer, man. But so sad, so sad. Real quick before we land the plane, Phillies, did they win last night with Wheeler on the mound?
Yeah, he dominated.
Okay, it was a blowout. Okay, I saw something doing something on Real Muto. You know what I mean? He's got a heck of an arm behind. He's throwing, you know, base runners out and stuff like that. Have they turned the corner a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's kind of figuring things out. There's only one player who's really struggling.
Okay.
Our ace, or your ace, I should
Well,
say.
he's on an injury. He's injured though, so that's he is injured.
So no, but I mean, they're playing better. They're winning series.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they're starting. I mean, Bryce still isn't
He's not there yet.
playing great, but yeah, I mean,
They're on the way. They're on the way. Have you caught up with them, CB?
Oh yeah. I've been following. You know what I'm saying? Like Coach said, I mean, you know, it helps that Pittsburgh sucks, and I think we got Colorado next. They suck, so trying to figure some things out as we're going. But it's still early. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, as long as they don't fall behind, just kind of stay in the mix right there.
Right there.
Hopefully, they can all get hot at the right time.
FB, are you locked in with the baseball right now or no?
Fell off this week, but I will be back. I will be
fell
back.
off.
Okay, all right, he's gonna be back.
That's busy.
I think it is too, though. You know, as soon as the basketball situation is
Oh yeah, you're gonna transition.
everybody will
it's transition.
locked
Right.
in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Transition.
Yeah.
All right, listen. Final thoughts. We'll go to opposite. Let's start CB. Final thoughts and what's going on.
Hey man, just you know, about to enjoy Game 7. You know what I'm saying? See if OKC can win a Game 7 on their home court. If they can grow up a little bit.
Okay.
Win a Game 7. You know what I'm saying? We had a state testing all last week, so all that's over with. So you know, just looking forward to. I think we're out at June 18th is our last day, so we're just kind of cruising on. We're landing the plane.
Landing the plane. That's right. That's right.
We're landing the plane.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Real quick though, just a question that popped into my head. I want to get a little census, and I'm gonna ask everybody real quick. Is your air conditioning on now, or have you switched over?
in the house?
Yeah, have you switched over?
Not yet.
Okay,
Not
all
yet.
right, okay.
Not yet. The heat is off. Windows
Okay.
open. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
But
So you're
no
in that.
yeah. No AC just yet.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, let me see if this is an age thing. I think it might be an age thing. I don't know. But this one, I already know the answer. It's this one that I'm not sure yet. You know what I'm saying? Final thoughts, MB.
not a whole lot going on, man. Just Game 7 tonight or today. Other than that, man, just working. You know, this week I got a lot of stuff to do to get ready for the summer basketball stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, man, we're just rocking.
And you got the training going on too, right?
Training is going on. There will be a lot of stuff coming out today, this week about the summer and all that stuff. So
You better lock in.
We'll be ready to roll.
So you ready, lock in. Also, real quick, shout out to your daughter though. You know what I'm saying? Your daughter, yo.
Yeah, she
I don't even know. So, shout out to your daughter, man. Yo, listen, she's doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, was it another Grand Slam, another home run or something?
She had 2 Grand Slams.
That's something else. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she's
So she won Jersey Sports Zone Player of the Week. So
Oh, wow.
she was excited about that. Was nominated for Courier Post Player of the Week.
That's
She
what's up.
didn't win that. We were all sick of voting. So,
Okay.
but yeah, she's had a good week, and you know,
that's what's up.
everything got rained out this week, which sucked. But you know, they got a big week ahead to try to make a little playoff run here.
Got you. So is she leading her conference in Grand Slams and stuff like
She
that?
leads the conference in home run. She's up there in RBIs, hits. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Congratulations. Real quick. All right, you're the deciding one. You're the X factor because if I know his answer already. I do. It's you. Is the air? I'm gonna say no. I'm saying no, but I don't know because I don't know. I'm saying no, right? Because our houses are kind of similar. Where you I'm assuming that you're upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Right. See, and heat travels. Is the AC on, bro?
The AC is not on, but
There it is.
it has. So my wife turned it on yesterday
Okay, just test it out.
for like 2 hours just to get
Okay.
it because it was like
Yeah, it was roasting.
We got home and it was like 83.
Yeah, it was
So
roasting.
she turned it on just to get it out, and then
Yeah.
she turned it back on.
Okay, all right. So she was just testing.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. FB.
AC's not on, man.
What?
Nobody's ever been in his house.
What?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
Oh, that's what's up, man.
windows are open.
No, my bad.
I think they might have been. Like there was one night where it was like
Okay.
one day, but for the most part, nah, windows open.
That's what's up. Yo, my bad, man. I just, you know what it is? I thought that was like an old school thing.
No, and I was looking. I was like, all right, I got another week.
Okay, all right. So that's how it was in your crib growing up. Then. Y'all didn't have it. It was.
Fred and Cheryl was like, do not touch
That's
this.
right. Don't touch that thermostat. Don't you touch it.
Drink some water.
Right. Or if you too cold, put a hoodie on. You know what I'm saying? I got you. All right. What's going on? Final thoughts and what's your for the week for you?
We got state testing this week.
Okay.
I met with the person I'm going to be proctoring with because I never have to proctor the testing. And I said, listen, I'm just going to follow your lead and
Yeah. Simple.
pass out whatever you need me to pass out. But no, I'm just looking forward to this. Is a short week this week. We got some stuff coming up.
Okay.
We got like our school field day that we're trying for the first time this year. We got signing day this week. So Marcus will be there for signing day at Cherry Hill West.
All right.
So yeah, it'll be a good week.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. You're proctoring the test. Only thing I like about proctoring tests is that you can't go nowhere. But I guess that's like most. I'm in the guy's zone, I'm mobile, and then you're in the gym. So y'all gotta be in your. No, you're in the gym too,
Yeah,
though.
but with
Right.
the PE teachers, I usually get the overflow. I usually have to go to the theater
And just sitting there chill.
Yeah.
A little bit. Okay. All right.
But
That's
T
cool.
was first on the list.
Okay. I mean, the proctoring is what? You got to pass tests out. You got to read the instructions.
Well, now everything's on the
Everything on the
Chromebook.
computer?
So
Oh,
you can give a little quick speech like the umpires.
Right.
Please, before the game, bring the team in, sportsmanship.
Right. And then that's
Get
it.
a little, we're taking unit 1 of the test, calculate, you know what I mean? And they just rock out. But it's cool though, because I ain't gonna say what I be doing on air. But
You
I mean, like if we're there
proctoring.
for 2 hours, you know what I mean? You got teachers in the hallways, we gotta run to the bathroom, stuff like that. They'll come cover. But I'll be in there chilling. I got my laptop going and phone going, and I'm editing shows
and
using that 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Yo, final thought. I mean, the plane is definitely landing, man, for the school year. I think somebody said we had 21 days or something like that from Friday or whatever. I'm not sure how accurate it is, but 21 sounds good. We got this week, then we got the holiday. So, just looking forward to landing this plane, man, and just, waiting for all the kids to talk about, Bryce, please, listen, can I do this? Or, matter of fact, I need to raise my, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can make up this work. Can you help me out? Blah, blah. So that we're in that period or whatever. The air conditioning is not on. But yesterday, I almost folded.
Okay.
I did.
Yeah, it did get a little heated yesterday.
When do you normally turn it on?
In the years past, it probably would have been on already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for whatever reason, I'm holding out this year. I don't know why. And I think it's because it has to be consistently hot.
Right.
I feel like it was kind of chilly last week one day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it wasn't.
So it's like,
it wasn't nothing crazy.
I don't know. But yesterday, I almost felt. Actually,
it got hot
I was going to do it today. You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, wait a minute, hold up. Open the window.
It's nice.
Curtain was
nice
blowing. And I said, man, I got one more day. But yesterday was tough, though, man. It was so tough. And I'm always tired, but I never nap. I would sleep almost all day yesterday.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
But I don't sleep during the day. Once I'm up, I'm up.
Right.
I was that tired and it was that hot. It was like, oh man. So I think the AC will be coming on. Now with the heat, I don't play no games because once it start getting cold,
Come on,
I'd rather, would you, real quick and then we're done. Would you rather be hot or cold? Too hot or too cold? I'm going to say I'd rather be too cold.
Yeah.
I'd rather be too hot.
Yeah, I'm too hot.
So I'll
take too hot. I'll take too
now,
hot.
Right. You take too hot.
Yeah.
You take too hot. I say too cold.
Cold.
Right.
It's not even close for me.
It's not even close, right? Like, because when something's too hot,
when you step outside and you're instantly sweating before you get to your car, it's miserable.
It's and it's like you feel horrible. You guys don't
like it's humid as it's been this week. Like with
When
the
you
thick,
I got roll, but in the summer, nobody ever says I can't wait for it to be winter. In the winter, we're all like, man, I
Can't wait for the summer. Sure.
Okay. All right. and you know what? That's a great point. And we'll leave it on that note. There it is. On behalf of Doc Bryce, FB, Coach Fred Petit, MB, Coach Marcus Bullock, and CB, Coach Setchwire Bird, we are the new Let's Get It Sports Talk coming to you most weekends at the time that we say. And we'll hope to see you maybe next week. If not, you guys enjoy your Memorial holiday, and we'll be coming with you soon. Let's go Knicks.
Let's go to New York.
See y'all later, man.